Now, becoming a first-time mummy or daddy is magical, but also scary and filled with emotion. And today's guests are right in the heart of it. In their first television interview, 10 weeks after welcoming little Mia, please welcome Gemma Atkinson and Gorka Marquez. So how are you? You both look very composed, very fresh-faced.
Yeah, very
What is happening?
for a long time to hide the bags. The eye bags are covered.
All going well?
So well, yeah.
We say 10 weeks, which I'm guessing has just flown by.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like we've got the hangover but without the night out, or the jet lag without the long flight. It's kind of a...
You're in a fog, as it was described to
but
me.
a lovely, wonderful one, yeah.
Yeah. And things are starting to get back on track.
Yes.
But it was a fairly traumatic birth for you, Gemma, and indeed for you, Gorka, because you were there and you can do nothing
I know.
to help.
It's the most frustrating situation because I didn't know what was happening. Doctors rushing in, taking her, and I was like, what's going on? No one tells me anything until the end. But yeah, she did very well, and I was so proud of her. So
Yeah, because Gemma, everything was sort of going according to plan.
Yeah.
And then it took a bit of a turn, unfortunately.
It was kind of, I always say it was a success because Mia's here and I'm here as well. But I'd planned to do a water birth, but obviously you can never plan. They come when and how they want. And I was trying for 2 days. My waters broke. Tried for 2 days, nothing happened. So they induced me in every way they could. Nothing happened. And then suddenly the contractions started. But with every contraction, Mia's heart rate dropped, and it got too low. So it was an emergency C-section, which they took me out of the room for. And I didn't know till after. My mum was like, "Oh, it'll be fine, don't worry, you'll be all fine." And then Gorka said, when I left the room, he said your mum was in bits, which she didn't want me to see.
Of course, the brave face.
Had the section and Mia came all good, but then a few hours later I had a haemorrhage. And it was just me and you in the room, wasn't it, with Mia? And because I was numb from the epidural, I wasn't aware of the bleeding. I couldn't feel anything.
But you just felt unwell, didn't you?
It was like someone flicked a light switch, and I just said to Gorka, I said, I feel shocking. I said, I think you need to get somebody. And you got the nurse, didn't you?
Yeah.
And she pulled back the bed in, and it was
the whole
just...
bed was completely red.
Yeah.
You must have been really, really scared at that point.
Yeah, because obviously I see the head was feeling very poorly. The bed was full red, like 10, 15 doctors rushing in, and they pushed me on a corner, so I was seeing everything. And I was just there, and they were like, "It's fine, it's gonna be fine." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I hope so." And I was there, I started to feel very bad. They have to put me in a chair because I was feeling dizzy. I was like, with my head down like this. And I'm like, I'm fine, I just need water.
So there were 15 doctors, as you say, came in, 14 are with you, and one's like you.
There was one
Gas in there.
I was like, I'm fine. He was like, no, you look pain.
He was. Well, one was massaging my stomach, and then I looked, and he was just on a chair with his leg between his... And I was like, is he OK? And he was just going like this. Fine, I'm fine.
But Gemma, what I found really interesting is that obviously you gave, you know, it turned out all OK in the end, and beautiful baby Maya. Is it Mia or
Mia? Means mine in Spanish.
Oh, brilliant. And so she's all fine.
Yes.
But you've said afterwards, when you kind of like, you know, had time to think, you felt like... Was it somebody had said you didn't... Somebody had made a comment about it,
I'd taken
didn't
the
they?
easy option in the C-section.
See, these are the kind of comments you get.
Yeah. And I
An
was
emergency
kind of like,
C-section isn't exactly the easy option.
I'm still, I mean, now I feel a lot better in myself, but it's the afterwards, and it sounds weird, but because I was on such strong medication, the dreams you have, everything's kind of... I just didn't feel right, and not being able to hold her for long and put the car seat in. You know, my mum moved in with me because Gorka was on tour. And if my mum hadn't moved in, it made me appreciate how many women do it on their own.
Yes.
You know, I've had friends who've had C-sections and they've been told not to lift, and they've got a 2-year-old
What would
as well.
you do?
And they're like, well, it's so difficult for them.
Do you know what I'm fascinated by, though, and I know that the viewers are as well, because Strictly starts properly this weekend, and you guys managed to have this marvellous romance, but you weren't dancing together, so how did you manage to keep that away and sort of secret, etc.?
Well, it wasn't until after the Strictly finished that we started to hang out properly together, because during the Strictly time we don't see each other. We are just very focused with your celebrity partner or your professional partner.
I was up north and Gorka was in London as well.
So, yeah. But then when we went on tour, we started to spend a lot of time together. We both love training, love go for brands, so that's how everything starts. So yeah.
Good.
And here we are 2 years later.
I mean,
He asked me for a coffee. And then the weekend after, he said, do you want to go for another coffee? And then we kept going on and on and on from there, yeah.
You love coffee, don't you?
with a beautiful woman, yeah.
When you posted pictures of your baby online,
Yeah.
you were amazed at the hostile comments that you got. Would you?
I mean, it's
without going into them, because I don't think you should repeat some of them. They're so disgusting. What motivates people to do that?
It comes from, I mean, you can't, it's the same as in, if you're posting anything on social media, you have to accept that everyone has an opinion, some be good, some be bad. And I'm really good at ignoring them. But when it got to the stage and if it's about me, I'm kind of thinking, well, whatever, I've done this job since I was 15. But when it's Gorka or Mia, there's something in me that's like, and it was kind of, I always think they must be in a very unhappy place themselves to be able to do that to a 6-week-old baby, you know? So you kind of feel sorry for them in a way, but at the same time, I felt I needed to tell them not to do that, you know?
But don't you think by telling them not to do it,
giving them more...
you've engaged with them? Because I see in the
you're saying,
paper
isn't it?
today that Rachel Riley from Countdown has had to block or mute 1,500 people who've posted abusive messages to her. And now a group of celebrities, including Rachel and Gary Lineker, are urging other people like you who are in the public eye not to respond. Because when you respond, you've given...
the platform that they
I just think
It's true.
So, no, do you agree with me?
Totally.
Yeah, like, I think that's the problem of social media. It's very good for so many reasons, but unfortunately, there is no place who can not let anyone say whatever they think. I can think something, but I don't feel it's right to go on social media and write bad comments.
Can you ignore them, though? Have you
I completely ignore them. I don't even read them.
Yeah.
And I think that people who write comments, what they want is get attention from you. And like you said, just replying to stop writing comments, they achieve what they want. So I think if you ignore them, it's the best things, because if you ignore them, they just don't get attention.
But will it stop? Will it, now that you've experienced this negativity and you are parents now, your life has totally changed. You've got this bundle of joy and you've got to think about the baby as well. Has it made you think differently about using social media with your baby?
Yeah, it has. I mean, I was very... Because obviously before, when I was pregnant and after we had Mia, we were asked to do photo shoots, all three of us together, and we were kind of on the fence. And then I said, oh, no, I said, I'd rather do it on our terms and my page when we're ready. And so a few people, oh, you've not done this magazine deal, but you've put her on Instagram. What's the difference? And for us, you can't win with what you decide to do. But we're kind of, look at her, bless her. But we're kind of, it is... When she turns around to me and says, can I have a phone? I'm going to be like, I want to know where you are and that you're safe, but I don't want you to have a social, so it's going to be difficult.
That is the issue, isn't it?
And I think, like she said, we decided to do it on social media. For me, it's a platform, obviously we have big following and we're on the public eye, but I just think, I do it for my friends, my family lives in Spain, where they can see what Mia's doing, what we are doing. I don't do it to get a proof of the people who follow us and what they think. I respect what they think, but at the end of the day, I get on with my day and just don't
Absolutely.
care.
You keep dancing, don't you?
I know it's about baby and everything, but I just want to... You're going on tour as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am going on tour and it's going to be with Karen. It's called Fire Dance.
Fire Dance, yes.
Which,
Jolly good.
by the title, you can imagine it's going to be a hot show.
Two Latinos together.
Yeah,
It's going to be on the beginning of March till the beginning of April. So, yeah, very excited about that.
But not a big long tour, so that works for you. It doesn't. And obviously speaking Spanish and English at home, so this little one will be bilingual.
He only speaks to her in Spanish. I've got no idea what he says.
Yeah. Well, look, it's so great to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
Congratulations and send our love to little Mia. Ladies and gentlemen.